Hey guys, welcome back to the Craftea Cottage. My name is Tuesday. If you're new here, hi, I'm glad to see you. If you're not new here, hi, I'm glad to see you. Today is the day that we are picking books for June. My TBR game, I'm very excited to play it again. This will be the second time that we play it. I'm glad you guys are joining me. If you don't know what this game is, it's just my game to pick out what books I'm going to read for the next month. I will put a link down in the description of last month's game because last month is the first month that I played it. It is a game that I made based on a combination of the Candyland structure and my channel, the Craftea Cottage. So I'm super excited to play this game again. Hopefully I will get to pick my own books this time instead of having the game like tell me exactly what books I'm supposed to read. So before we get into it, let's talk about how I did for last month. So for the month of May, I did 4 rolls. So 4 rolls is 4 books. So for my books, I had The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. I finished that. Something Blue by Emily Giffin. I finished that. Guts and Glory, The American Revolution. I'm about a fourth of the way through it, maybe a little more. Super fast read. I have a few more days left in May. Like about a week. I have about a week left that I can get this finished. And then for mystery thriller, I had picked A Time to Kill by John Grisham, but I ended up instead reading The Couple Next Door, which I will flash up on the screen. I will quickly go over these. I ended up reading The Couple Next Door instead of A Time to Kill because I was using the Libby app through my library, and I saw it on there but didn't pay attention to the whether or not it was available. So when I went to go check it out through the Libby app, I noticed that it was already checked out and I was gonna have to wait for it, so I clicked to see how long the wait time was, and it was 24 weeks. So can't really do that. So I ended up finding The Couple Next Door, and it was actually a really good book. So The Couple Next Door was my mystery thriller audio book version of that. I have to remember. I gave that one 4 stars. It was really good. The twists and turns just kept me going. I was like, I don't even know what's happening anymore. But it was such a good book, and like it kept my interest. It was great. Lots of twists and turns. It's about this couple who newly has a baby, and the baby goes missing. They have no idea where it is, and like they're trying to figure out where it is, and blah blah blah. It's a great book. Recommend it. I gave it 4 stars on Storygraph. So the second book that I read, I can't remember which one I picked second in the game, but the second one that I read was The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is book number 2 in the Bone Season series. This was such a good book, you guys. This book was so good. This series is actually really good. I got the first book from a blind date with a book, one of those where somebody just like wraps up the book and you have no idea what it is. I got it from one of those and I read it and it was amazing. And this is book number 2, and it was also really good. I'm not sure what to say about it, where I won't spoil what's happened in it, but it's actually really good. And I read this for an enhanced character from the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. And one thing that I did forget to mention in my last video, or not my last video, but my last TBR video, is that the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge, they're all bingo boards. I will flash one up on the screen for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But the cool thing about it is you can use one book across one bingo board. So for example, I used the Mime order for an enhanced character in Gamora's board. It's kind of like a bingo board. I used it for Gamora's board. So other pieces in that board that fit with this book are a highly trained character, a rebel, a character who has to make a difficult choice, and a loner character. So that book fits with all 5 of these prompts, therefore I get to mark off all 5 of those sections with just this one book. I hope that makes sense. I can leave in the comments, or not the comments, the description announcement video from Coffee Books and Bullet Journals explaining the Initiative Reading Challenge, but I also talked about it a little bit in my other TBR video, which will also be linked below. So I got marked off 5 things, so I'm taking these 5 cards out of the pile, and I will replace them later. But since I've already marked them off the board, I don't need to pick them again. I did in the last video mention that I wasn't sure if I was going to replace the cards that I had already done back in the pile, but I think what I'm going to do is just take them out, all the ones that I mark off, regardless if they're for the TBR or not. If I've marked them off, I'm going to take them out. That way my deck doesn't get enormous. So I marked those 5 out for that book. I gave the Mime order 4 stars also. Great book, I loved it. I'm very excited to read the next one. I hope I get it soon. I honestly have no idea how I'm going to read it because all the platforms that I've been using, they don't have it, so I'm gonna have to find it somewhere. And last time I went to Barnes & Noble, they didn't have it either, so I'm stressed. So for the next book that I read, it was Something Blue by Emily Giffin. I didn't realize until I was editing the TBR video for last month that I was saying her name wrong the whole time. I kept saying Emily Griffin and her name is Emily Giffin. So I also didn't realize until I had finished this book and was putting it into my story graph that I noticed this is actually the second book of a series. The Darcy and Rachel series. This is book number 2. The first one was actually Something Borrowed. I read this book all by itself, like it could work as a standalone book. It was actually really good. It's about a girl named Darcy. She's spoiled and she's kind of a brat, and she's very, very, very high maintenance. Like not a little bit high maintenance, she's like super high maintenance. She wants the best of everything. She wants the most expensive of everything. And she's engaged to a lawyer? I just tried it and I can't remember. She's engaged to a lawyer that her friend Rachel introduced her to. They're engaged, they're about to get married, and then like a week before the wedding they call it off. Darcy, I don't know if this is a spoiler, so sorry if this is, but I didn't even realize it was book number 2. Anyway, this all happens in the beginning anyway. Darcy cheats on Dex, who is her fiance, but come to find out, Dex is also cheating on Darcy with Rachel, her best friend. So, it's kind of weird. This is actually a really good book. I spent, part of the book thinking, oh, I hate Darcy, she's the worst, and then throughout the rest of the book I was like, oh, Darcy, poor Darcy, I hope the best for her, blah, blah, blah. And then like towards the end I'm like, yay, Darcy! So this was a good book, I recommend it. I haven't read the first one because I didn't realize there was a first one, so we'll see if I can find that one and read it as well. I gave this book 4 stars, really good. For the last book in May, I have Guts and Glory, The American Revolution. I am that far through it. It's a really quick read, it's a middle grade. It's a nonfiction middle grade about the American Revolution. I actually just read it recently, so I mean, in the last 5 months, I think I've read this book. So like, I'm not too upset if I don't completely finish it because I just read it and I already know what happens, which I think is part of the reason that I haven't gotten farther than this. But like I said, I have like a week to finish it, so I will get this done in time, so I don't think I need to do a punishment, so I'm okay with this. So in May, I have mentioned in numerous videos before that we were moving, so while we were moving, I decided to listen to audiobooks because audiobooks are the best. I love audiobooks. So along with the 4 books that I read for my TBR, I also listened to or read Hatchet by Gary Paulson, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Field Guide by Newt Scamander, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom, and I Survived the Sinking of the Titanic, 1912. All those were great books. They were between 3 and 4 stars. They were just something to listen to while I was unpacking all the boxes in my new house. But hey, audiobooks make me feel good because I'm finishing books. Along with my TBR games, my church last month started a Bible book club where we're going to read a book and then at the end of the month discuss it. So if you guys are interested in knowing what books we are going to be reading for the same month that I'm doing my TBR, just go ahead and let me know in the comments and I will totally tell you guys what books we're reading and if I find anything fun about them. So that's all the books for May. No punishment, so I do not have to start over. So let's go ahead and get into Tea Time TBR to see what books I'm going to read for June. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this game with roll number 1. So in the month of May, we left off here at this red square. So I put my little cottage there and we will do roll number 1. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Blue Texas Chase by Sandra Brown. So for roll number 1, I got Texas Chase by Sandra Brown. And I have it right here. This is a romance novel. I have read it before, but it's been a few years. This is part of a trilogy, and I was trying to remember if this is book number 1. I cannot for the life of me remember what this book is about. I just know that it's a romance novel. I can't remember what it's about. This is book number 1. Alright, so roll number 2. 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You saw that, right? I watch and rewatch my videos before I post them. And this time I'm glad I did. Because you saw that, right? I rolled a 10 and said 9. What is wrong with me? Purple! It's a purple! So we get our little tea jar. Random number generator TBR. So I got random number generator TBR. So I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to screen record. We're going to screen record for our random number generator. We're going to put in 2 through 129. We're going to generate 85. Party Girl by Rachel Hollis. So I could not find Party Girl on Libby or my library, so I'm going to do the random number generator again. Again, 2 through 129. Generate 54. Stop Calling Me Beautiful by Phylicia Masonheimer. For roll number 2, I got random number generator and we generated to 52, I believe, and got Stop Calling Me Beautiful by Phylicia Masonheimer. I heard about this book from Ginny over on Prayers and Penguins. It is a Christian book. I can't remember what it's about, so I'm really excited to read it. I can't remember what it's about, but hopefully I get to it and you guys will learn about it towards the end of the month when I finish it. So let's go for roll number 3. Roll number 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another purple! Yay! Has food on the cover. So for roll number 3, I got book with food on the cover, which was much harder to find than you would think. I'm deciding to go with Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruit by Jaye Robbin Brown. So this book is about a girl named Joanna who is gay. It says she's out and proud in this little blurb that I'm reading from, and her dad's an evangelist and decides to remarry, so they end up moving to Georgia, with the town that they're moving to is conservative. Joanna's dad asks her to lay low on her sexuality for her senior year. Apparently this becomes difficult whenever she meets this girl that she really likes. So that is 2 audiobooks, so because of that we are going to go for roll number 4 and hope for the best. Alright, roll number 4. Please be something good. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another prompt. Yes! Double letters. Y'all, that took forever. Alright, so for roll number 4, I got another prompt, and it is for double letter. Now I can't remember when I wrote this what I meant, if I meant like 2 letters side by side, if I meant an alliteration in the title, an alliteration in the author's name. I can't remember. So I went with the same letter for both the words in a title. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This book was recommended to me by one of my best friends, so I'm hoping that it's as good as she says it is. I'm honestly not sure what this book is about. It is only on my TBR because my friend recommended it to me. So we will see what that's about also. So for this month of June, I have 4 books. The only one that I have a physical copy of is Texas Chase from the Texas series. And then I have Stop Calling Me Beautiful by Phylicia Masonheimer. I have Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruits by Jaye Brown, I want to say. And then I also have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Those are the 4 books for June. I am very excited about them. 3 of them are audiobooks, so hopefully I will get all of them finished before the end of the month. Now, if you guys are interested in the Bible book club, just let me know in the comments and I will let you guys know, and I will let you know in future videos which books we will be doing. And you guys are welcome to join us in reading the books that we choose. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for to be notified on future videos. I will see you guys on Saturday with another video.